Hi guys, Ace Angel Queen here. Today I'm gonna talk about a Chang'e build. Now I usually just go like ACD or ADC with her, and I know a lot of people sometimes do like support builds on her. So this isn't like the one true build or whatever. This is just a build that you can use that I enjoy using. And it always works out pretty well for me. So let's take a look at abilities here. Chang'e can purchase or sell items from anywhere, and her Jade Rabbit companion will fetch them. When the rabbit reaches the store, then returns, the transaction completes. Only one item can be purchased or sold in this way at a time. Chang'e also gains a 25% movement speed with no backpedal penalty when she uses her dances. So this is her passive, and when she's like hanging out at tower in any mode except for assault, because assault doesn't let you do it, she can buy stuff, but you know it'll take a while for her rabbit to travel. So her dance, like number 2, if she uses her dance, or no wait, never mind, that's her waltz. Her other dances are the 1 and the 3. And she'll get that movement buff. So the 1 is gonna do some, you know, basic damage, and it hits out in the arc. The 2 is gonna make her immune to any hits that are happening. And it's also gonna give her mana back if she's getting hit. So it's pretty useful for that reason only. I'm just kidding, not for that reason only, but it can like save her life. I'll show you her 2 in action here. See, she got immune. And her 3 is gonna heal you up, and anybody like with her. And it's also going to do damage. And it's also going to do, I think, a movement penalty against your opponents, because they have that thing up. I'll have to read it though. Alright. Let me see it. Chang'e twirls, scattering flowers around her and healing herself and all nearby allies and damaging enemies. Also reduces, okay, so it reduces the healing of the enemies, right? So it's not a movement penalty, it's just a healing penalty. And her waxing moon is basically a straight line shot. Alright, so now we're gonna use our ult on Ra over here, so I can show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it just froze him, it stunned him, and this will work on multiple enemies. So if you have them all lined up in a straight shot, you can like hit everybody and the party really. So it's a good way to stun the whole other team, or at least a few members of the other team. So you can have your teammates come in and, you know, use their own ults, or like just get in there with their abilities or whatever. So now I'll show you the items that I usually pick up. I usually get Shoes of Focus, a Chronos Pendant, the Rod of Tahuti, and I'll either get a Polynomicon for the extra the magical damage that it'll do, or if they have like a healer on their team, like Aphrodite, another Chang'e, a Ra, or anybody who has self-healing abilities like shock or you know, any other tank people that have healing self-heals like Hercules. I'll get the Divine Ruin because that reduces healing and regeneration. What else do I usually get? I'll usually get the Rod of Asclepius, whatever it's called, because it gives you like extra healing and all that stuff. If you have a problem with like managing your mana levels, you might want to get the Book of Thoth because it lets you stack mana. So if that's like a thing for you, I know that some people like to build stacks. Yeah. Let's see. If there's a tank on the other team that I'm having a hard time with, then I usually get the Obsidian Shard or the Magical Penetration. Now this isn't, like I said, this isn't the like end all and be all like build. You can obviously go and change this build, swap out items that you don't like. Or maybe you just, I don't know, want to experiment. Maybe you want to go like tank Chang'e or something. And if that's the case, then you would switch out the shoes, and because this has a cooldown also, and these are like ways to max your cooldown basically. Or at least get the most out of your cooldown stuff. So if you were going to get Breastplate of Valor, then you switch your shoes out to like the Penetration shoes, or maybe you don't want the Chronos Pendant and you want something else, you know, that's what I'm saying. Just keep in mind when you switch out stuff that the stuff in your build that you are putting in there for a reason, you might have to switch it out because you're getting something else there for the same reason. Let's talk about actives here. Depending on who you are facing and what mode you're in, having a blink is usually an awesome idea for escapes. But if you're in assault, then you're probably going to want to get, meditation, because you're going to have a hard time holding on to mana in the game, especially that early game. If you are in, I don't know, Conquest, maybe you want that for that reason too. I don't know, I don't play Conquest. I'm not a Conquest person. What can I say? Maybe you're a team player and you want to have Heavenly Agility because you're in Joust and you want to help your teammates out in a team fight. Or maybe you want this because you're greedy and you want to escape on your own, but you don't give a shit about other people. Or maybe you want to defend your towers, so you need it for Conquest because you need to teleport to the tower, or you're like a fellow god. It depends what you need for, each game. But usually, Purification Beads, Blink, you're not going to really go wrong with that. That's what I usually get if I'm like in Arena or Joust. I mean, I only get the Purification Beads if I need it, because she has her 2, and she's kind of, really hard to kill if you time your 2 right. So, and of course, for potions, the usual drill. Just pick up these, you'll be good. Whatever, I just picked up random stuff there. But she got the glowy. Anyways, that's pretty much all that needs to be spoken about for Chang'e. Now it's time for some examples of me killing people in an actual game. Cut to that and enjoy.